I heard
Hello,
slurp.
welcome back to Aether Eternius, Dark Side of the Foundry. Who wants to recap what happened last time? A lot of stuff happened.
I have bad brain. Can I not?
Oh,
I I can do so. Are we all here?
I think we're all here. I'm gonna sound off
Ah,
yes.
rhythm is gone. Gosh dang it.
Oh, that's right. I probably should kick Rhythm's butt back in here. Where the hell are you, Rhythm? Oh, that is the wrong thing. Nope. That is. Why didn't you save the thing I wanted? Come on. Copy.
Some would say that rhythm is a dancer. It's a source of magic.
Ooh, ambiance.
Ambiance. There we go. So who wants to recap what happened? Because I think everyone's here. Oh, we got Chippy, we got Jen, we got Az, we got East, and we got Allie. Everyone's here.
Wait, is Nova
Well,
here? Oh, thank
fuck.
goodness, yes.
I know that bitch is always late.
well, we got to it was mostly just running around doing chores.
Mm-hmm.
Rose and Various were coming back from Void and got some information about the ring. And meanwhile Tiberius was waiting for everybody in fire. Flixen and Freus were enjoying a nice treat, and we eventually all started heading back towards fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing broad strokes, but
That's fine.
we got back there, and Tiberius and Flick were trying to do a ritual,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a bit of a Rose stopped the ritual,
Thankfully.
and there was a bit of back and forth, and we all finally got a house.
Yes, you did. You guys
You
have
know,
a
usually,
house.
usually you do that quest as like the third tutorial. We just skipped it.
You guys finally have a house, and you ended your night in there. Well, actually, technically, it's Rose's house, but yeah, you guys got a house.
Yeah.
And we're picking up from there. I believe you guys had a little bit of RP that happened, not too much.
Dad
Rose
sent
had
me to my room because I broke the table.
Rose had a bit of an inner monologue to himself, and yeah, we'll say that we're picking up as the next day comes along. So if you want to take your long rest, if it's needed at all, but we are starting a new day. It is now early morning, and for the most part, it's rather quiet. Nothing has come pounding on the door. Nothing has come calling for you. It's been an incredibly quiet morning. Can't give you one of the two packs.
I believe there was a conversation happening between Tiberius, not Flix, Various,
Freus.
and Freus about going to Amadeus's place to restore the book due to no wild magic being there.
Sure.
Well, the
Pages.
pages.
Pages, yeah.
Mhm.
But we sort of also need to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also have to get not Dino Nuggies.
All right. So we're gonna go pick up the baby raptor and also restore those pages.
So you guys are gonna
Yeah.
leave the house for the morning and make your way to Wind?
Yep.
But they're
Yeah.
gonna, at least Various is gonna check and see if Rose and Flix are interested.
Mm-hmm.
Is there breakfast?
Depends on if you want it.
I think the
That is
better
all up to
question
you.
is if he wants to make it.
Yeah.
I say, are there any servants here?
No,
I
there's no
think
servants. Just you guys in Rose's house.
I believe the crickets are the proper response.
Right, so who's making the food then?
You have to actually go out and get food because I don't think you guys have stocked the shelves yet.
There's
You just got the
beautiful,
place.
beautiful rations.
That's
You
what's
know-
now.
Unless somebody actually has some sort of food.
That's a good question. Do you guys? That's up to you.
Who wants week-old pocket bacon?
Oh god, we still have
Uh,
that.
I'm pretty sure Furious would have dumped the fire direwolf or firewolf meat days
Yeah,
ago.
that would have gone bad quite quickly because that
Oh,
would
yeah.
have actually more or less it would have burned into ash.
Had a few for maybe a day, maybe two, and it's just, oh, well, all right.
Well, at least it cooked itself for a period of time.
You know what? I bet you Amadeus has some food where, in his library. When we drop this off, we can simply pick some up. You wouldn't mind.
Tiff just wants more of the cake.
Shut up.
Everyone loves that rainbow cake. So what do you guys plan to do? Do you want to meet up in the morning, or are you guys just gonna go your separate ways in the morning? Is the question.
I believe Furious and Various would wait for the other two to get up to ask if they want to come.
Okay.
and
So I'd
Various
say-
is also wearing his new outfit.
Oh, that's right. It's a new day. So Various,
Oh no.
as you get up for the day, you notice that the bag that you had the egg in has crumpled a little bit. There's movement going on in the bag. You can hear shards of shell being moved around and squeaking.
Oh! As he gets up, he's getting ready when he hears it, and his ears go up, and he takes a moment before he realizes what's going on and hurries over to the bag
Mm-hmm.
and slowly opens it.
As you kind of open it, you kind of let the light in, and you see this little, almost serpent-like creature kind of wriggling around in the shards of the once ovular egg. It has kind of wing-like arms, a long whip-like tail, long neck, and a kind of slender body. And as it looks up at you, it has these big, shiny black eyes.
It's a baby!
It's your baby. The baby's hatched. So if I can bring the picture up for you guys.
He blinks down at um the little hatchling and sort of stands there for a moment, not
As you kind of stand there for a moment, it immediately climbs out of the bag and into your shirt. Kind of like
Oh.
how, when a parrot will kind of dig into there because it's warm? It's
Yes.
doing that. So it's kind of like on your collar right now, kind of trying to bury itself in there because it's nice and warm.
He
You have a
pauses.
fur coat after all.
I mean, yeah. He's sort of frozen for a moment as he's like,
And it finally kind of settles in there and has its little head poking out the top while the rest of it's kind of curled up in
oh
your shirt.
no, not two dynasties. No. He,
I gotta find it. Hold up. Where is it? I can't find it. Where is it? It's somewhere in my folder. Oh, here it is. Okay, found it. Gotta minimize that. Close that. Too many windows are open. Open that.
Laughs nervously in my combination of 300 windows over 7, or 300 tabs and 7 windows.
Mhm.
What is wrong with you?
There's the baby in the OC chat.
Baby?
It's a
It's about, I could say if you like put your hands together, it can fit in there if it curls up.
Oh, it's super tiny.
It's a little baby.
Oh my gosh.
He's
Okay, I won't lose a finger. I'm good.
And
Not
it,
yet.
actually, for a few seconds, as you're kind of standing there, it finds that your shirt's not quite desirable, and it kind of will climb onto your shoulders and kind of wrap around there.
oh.
Oh.
It's probably hidden under his ears a little bit.
Yep, that's the reason why.
He's sort of frozen for a moment before.
Because you've
Hurrying.
owned dogs, Jin, and you know that thing they do when they try to bury themselves under blankets, that little nose dig? It did that
Yes.
to your ear. It did that to Various' ears.
Oh,
Oh, that's ticklish.
yeah,
Oh,
probably, but
Yeah, I'm showing the baby on stream real quick here.
The baby.
The baby.
the baby. It's the baby.
It's the baby.
Yes.
Little baby.
Yes.
But yes, Various, your baby dragon has hatched.
He's going to be frozen for a moment and then sort of fast walk out of his room, shut the door, and hurry downstairs. He's in his new outfit, but he's like,
And this little thing is clinging to your shoulders.
There you are, Various. Took you long enough to get down.
do we have, and he's trying to remember what to, I remember what to give it, but he's in a bit of a panic. Food. Do we have food?
Now, unfortunately, there's nothing in this place. I don't think anyone sent the help to get any of the food basics.
Tiberius, we have to hire help first. And I have some rations if that will suffice.
No. I'll be back.
Will Freyas notice this with her passive 19 wisdom?
Yeah, you can see something wrapped around Various' shoulders. You can see a little glimmer of little black beady eyes staring out at you.
Freyas will get an idea and be like, you know what, I'll go with you and get some food for the house, and walk away from Tiberius.
Straight up walk away from Tips.
Do bring back some carrots and some cabbage, please.
Where's Flix in all this?
Hungover.
Oh, that's right. He's drunk at times.
He had a bad night the other night.
How's
Is he-
Tibbs doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
he didn't get as drunk. He didn't fail as many saves as Flix did, so he's a little buzzed. He got a little buzzed, so his head's not pounding too much. But poor Flix. Where's Rose in all of this?
Rose will finally come out of their room and make their way down the stairs.
Mhm.
Sort of.
What's your passive perception, Rose?
Good question. That would be a 13.
Okay, you don't quite notice the little addition to Various, sadly. You're a little tired. You had a bit of a night, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Bro,
But,
just very hastily running their hands through their hair to try to get rid of any sort of flaming tangles in there.
But you do see Tibbs, you see Frias, you see Various, and you see Frias and Various start heading toward the door.
Just don't be gone all day. We do have things to do, you know.
Alright.
Yes, we'll be back.
Fully aware we have to go. Come on, Virus. Oh my god, English!
Come on, Virus, let's go.
God, no, that's not what I meant. What is English?
It's
But-
a very difficult language.
But Freyas is helping usher Various out faster because she knows she can now tell why they're so flustered.
Is that thing happening between those two?
If so, we would be the first to know, probably.
Oh my god.
I know I would. Various tells me everything.
So, what are they hanging out for this early?
I'm going to get food because there's nothing in here, Rose.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, outsiders need food.
Substance? What is that?
What's
Oh,
that?
there's Bub. There was Bub. It happened.
Wise.
Yeah. For you, she kind of just gently nudge Various outside, out the front door onto the porch, and kind of back into the District of Fire. It's not super busy since it's still early in the morning. In fact, the sky's still a little dark. It's only starting to slowly light up. There's some shops that are open or starting to open, some that are open all the time, of course, because some primordials have forgotten how to sleep, etc., because they're so old. But yeah, where would you two want to head?
Various is sort of like, right, peppers. Peppers, that's what the book said. Where are peppers? And he's sort of like looking everywhere as he's like trying to decide which way to go. And
Give me, since you're a little panicked and a little discombobulated, I'd say give me perception at disadvantage, please.
Do
oh
I get
no.
straight roll at least?
Yeah, for as it'd be a straight roll. Oof. Oh, come on! This is not great. It's not great. But
Being distracted by panic.
yeah, you guys are still a little panicked because Frias, you have no idea how to take care of these little creatures. You have no idea how to take care of a dragon because probably from your experience, all the ones that you've ever researched or looked into, they all eat meat. So this one's a little.
She's more interested in seeing the dragon than trying to care for the dragon right now.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of looking over the scales, like all of its markings and patterns, like trying to probably
Get out of the ears, damn you, you little son of a.
trying to relate it to the dragons you've seen before. While Various is kind of looking around, it's like he sees a bookstore, he sees some residential places, sees a bookstore again. Wait, that was the same bookstore. He keeps kind of panically looking around, not quite taking a moment to calm down and look instead.
Maybe we can go to the castle. Maybe Leonard won't be as mad if we try to get at least something from there. I'm sure they have something
I'm
at
sure
this
that
hour.
we're in the Foundry. We don't need to. I'm sure there's a food place here. Various is gonna go and try and ask a person.
Okay, let's just do a.
Usually he's very antisocial, but right now,
Okay.
The baby.
Okay, as you're kind of going along the sidewalk at this point, you're not sure what some of the buildings are. You haven't really gotten a chance to really kind of get acquainted with the fire district. But there is a small cafe that you're able to kind of stumble across, and it seems to be like one of those little coffee shops sort of deals. And there is a little kind of outdoor seating area, and you do find someone there that's kind of just enjoying what looks to be coffee, but upon closer inspection, it looks like lava inside of a coffee mug. You probably don't want to drink that. But you kind of walk up to them and kind of signal them, and they kind of give you some attention. They kind of look almost like a satyr in a way. Their hair is very fiery colored. They're wearing a rather nice kind of vest and suit combo, and for the most part, they seem rather well cared. Well, they take a lot of care into how they look. But they're obviously a fire primordial because not only can you see the ring in their eyes, but the edges of their ears and their fur and stuff like that are made of fire.
I'm very sorry to bother you. Do you happen to know where we could get food here? Specifically vegetables?
Uh, there's probably a couple places, but is there any type you're looking for? I mean, fire tends to not really have vegetables that are safe for outsiders. He kind of looks at your eyes, squinting before nodding.
Peppers.
Oh, we've got a lot of peppers here, but what kind are you looking for exactly?
Um,
Kind
uh,
for a baby dragon that could possibly eat.
Oh! You should have said something earlier. Yeah. There's a pet store a few blocks down. They sell peppers that are good for baby dragons.
thank you. Thank you, sir.
Just kind of motions for you to go on.
Okay. And he is off like a slightly overweight bunny.
Oh, I'm having a hard time picturing that. Hold on.
I'm either imagining a very wide, like stanced cowboy waddle, or like, nope, that's all that my mind has now.
This is all my mind's coming up with right now.
Oh my god,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
never be sorry.
There-
Mean everything.
Oh Lord, he coming. But do you take up after them, Frias?
Oh yeah, definitely. Depending on what it is, she might actually be going faster than Various.
Mhm. Takes a little bit, but you actually come to a very familiar area, Various. You remember this is where the stand that gave you the egg in the first place was located.
Oh,
Actually seems to be
yay!
connected to a much larger store.
Oh,
And the store is pretty nice looking. It's got these large frontal windows that are actually stained glass. And in one, there is the image of a dragon, kind of like a stylized version. And in the other, looks to be like a cat. But the cat has wings. Probably best not to question it.
Nice.
But the shop is called, what is it? I had it written down somewhere. Zelos's Exotic Pets.
he's gonna pause for a moment and then hurry inside if it's open.
It is open. In fact, as you open the door, it's kind of like a nice, kind of dark wooden frame, almost like a charred black color. And as you open it, you hear the little jingle of a bell as you go in. And you hear a multitude of sounds as you enter. You hear various hisses, various very peculiar animal sounds, and you can definitely see several tables full of different things like brushes, toys. You see an entire back wall dedicated to what look to be birds. None of them are in cages, however. In fact, as you kind of enter the shop, a cat, you think it's a cat at least, comes up and will kind of rub against your legs before walking off. You can tell the animals have free roam at this place. There's even several tubes in the ceiling that seem to go in and out of places. And the shopkeep that you originally saw, I think it was a fox-like primordial,
Yes.
is tending to some of the birds in the back. But once the bell sounds out, he'll kind of look in your directions like, well, right on time.
Ah, uh, good to see you again. I got caught a little bit by surprise. Do you have food here? That...
Indeed, I do.
Oh,
I
Frias,
take-
this is the one who gave me the egg. One who gave me the egg. This is Frias.
my
Very
name
interesting name.
My name is Zelos. I'm, of course, a trader of many pets, mostly exotics, but exotics are a dime a dozen here. It's more kind of a flair for outsiders, you know.
As a
Usually works.
guar walks past.
Freyas
Yeah.
is already like staring at all the other weird species.
And like we're talking about birds that are in a rainbow of colors, some that look like actual phoenixes. Like,
Ooh.
there's some actual phoenixes in here. There's various types of lizards. There's a ton of dragon eggs that actually look to be kept in large boiling pots that seem to be almost like incubators in a way. There's, of course, there's the cat that's walking around the store. The cat is actually a charred black color, but upon closer inspection, you'll see it's actually more like it's made out of bark.
Oh.
Almost like a treant kind of looking cat.
Oh,
And you can see just a variable of different creatures. But the fox primordial comes up to you and he kind of looks on your shoulder and will kind of gently lift one of your ears up as he looks at the little dragons like, "Aw, they're always so adorable when they first hatch. Sure, I can get you set up with some food for it."
um, are there any other supplies I should?
How well would you say that your belongings are fireproofed? These little things can breathe fire right from the egg, after all.
Uh, the house might be fireproof. My things, not so much.
Well, do you still have the bag I gave you?
Yes.
That should also double as a nice little fireproof bag then. But he'll kind of lead you over to what looks to be like a terrarium, kind of like where you would put like lizards and stuff like that into. Except this looks like it's instead of composed of like animals inside of it, it's just vines full of different fruits and stuff like that. They seem to be naturally growing in here. So these little things don't eat much, especially when they're so little. Usually one pepper satiates them for the day. But since you're a new owner, I can give you at least 5 to get you going. You
All
can even
right.
take the seeds and try to grow them yourself if you have the means.
We can certainly try. I'm afraid
You'll
it's
Various,
not.
I will say, I don't have much in the light trading spectrum, so unless you have something, we may need to get a lot of things for your pet in order to offset what we may have to hand over.
Right. Okay. Yes, I can. Is there trade I can make for things that I need?
Well, we'll say that these peppers are a gift for a first time pet owner. You'll actually take 5 of these very bright red looking peppers and kind of put them into a little bag for you. And he kind of hands them over and it's like, don't touch the red parts, touch it by the stem. Let the dragon eat it from your hand like that. You do not want to touch the pepper itself.
All right. And how do I get the seeds?
Usually, there's a large seed. You'll kind of take another one from the terrarium and kind of hold it by the stem. You'll kind of point to the very top of it where it almost has this leafy foliage before it goes into the main pepper. At the very
Mm,
tip of that stem, if the dragon doesn't eat it, there will be a black seed. You
all
have to
right.
bury it in brimstone ash, pay in mind, but that shouldn't be too difficult to come across.
All right.
And usually it'll grow from that. It does take some time and tending, but what vegetation doesn't?
Right.
As for
Ugh.
other things, well, toys, bedding, and the like, that's what comes from having a pet, really.
Hmm. Right. Let's see. Is there anything that you need or would help or?
Hmm. He seems to be thinking for a few seconds. It's like, I do need someone to deliver a bit of a special collar to the Earth Lord, well, rather her advisor. But my delivery boy seems to be running extremely late today. I mean, you don't have to actually meet them face to face. I just need someone to drop this off into her mailbox.
Is there more of a physical trade we could make?
Really depends. Is there something that you feel you have that might benefit my store?
He pauses, rubbing his chin.
Freya's is probably looking at the phoenixes going, I unfortunately only have diamonds. Can we try to work out something else?
How pure are the diamonds? Because I do have a few birds here that actually eat them, and they're rather hard to get a hold of.
Freya's will go over and pull out at least one of them. They are. You just told me to write 300 GP each.
Okay, that's all I need to know. But he'll kind of take it in hand, take one of the diamonds, and kind of look over it, and you see one of the. It almost looks like a piece of coal on a branch, but the moment he takes the diamond and kind of holds it up a little bit, you see this coal piece unfold into this smoke-looking raven creature, as if it's been awoken by the fact that there's a diamond nearby. In fact, it's almost as if this thing struggles to hold its shape when it's unfurled. It's obviously some sort of smoke-like raven. Well, I think that would do. I'd say with one diamond, I'll be able to feed a little murder of these little creatures. Like I said, they're really difficult to get a hold of due to Earth's mines being closed and all.
Yes. He looks up to Prius. Thank you.
But if you want to go ahead and grab a toy or two, or maybe a toy and a bed, then you're free for you to do that in exchange for one of these.
Yes. And he hurries over and starts looking through things and is like holding it up to the little dragon to see if it's interested in any of the toys or beds.
Go ahead and give me 2 random 1d20s. Okay. All right. So, for the bed, you're able to find this. You find something that's really, really cute. It almost looks like someone knitted a geode. So, kind of like how sometimes when people make beds, they'll make patterns and stuff like that on it. It's kind of like one of
Yeah.
those, except it looks like a geode on the inside. And the little baby dragon really seems to take to that.
All right.
So it's kind
And
of like it's kind of got like a darker outside on the rim, but inside it has like it's sewn to look like it's a bunch of gemstones and stuff. So dragon seems to like that a lot.
so
And
he's gonna get that one.
And for the toy, uh, you kind of find, those long sticks with like the feather toy at the end of it for
Oh
cats?
yeah.
You find one of those and like you'd put a bunch of other like really nice toys in front of the dragon and completely uninterested, but the moment you grab that stick, it's like, oh, oh, oh. And you're like, well, there it is.
He's going to bring that back over.
All right. Well, if you find any more diamonds, feel free to bring them over, and I'm sure I can trade for a few more items. And you'll actually see him give the diamond over to several of these smoke-like ravens. And you probably have never seen something like this before, but they actually begin to fight over it and break off pieces of the diamond before consuming it.
Those are some scary scary
Freya
ravens.
is completely enthralled. She is just staring.
But it's almost like, have you ever seen like whenever something is like torn apart in beaks? Like food,
Yeah.
like that. This is almost the same, except it was done with a diamond.
Ironically enough, the only visual I have of that is eels in a frozen pizza.
Essentially, yeah. But yeah, they chip away very easily at this thing. There's like 6 of them just chowing down on this thing. Oh, the poor things. It's so hard to get a hold of these. Well, if there's anything else you need, you know where to find my store.
Absolutely. I'm glad that we live nearby.
Do you now?
Now we do.
Oh. Well, then I expect to see you more often then, hmm?
It seems as if Frius may be around more often than I am. He actually smiles a little bit up at Frius.
Aw.
Oh, she is still enthralled with the birds pecking the diamond apart, but she gives a little smile too.
We
It's like
find
watching
Frius's
seagulls.
animal companion here.
It's like watching seagulls devour food, just like completely just destroyed.
Oh my goodness. Rose would like this store too. Because he could just sit here and observe all these different animals.
Oh, that is true.
Oh no.
We're just gonna come out one day during breakfast. He's just chewing on a piece of like a gate or something. Just
Oh my
that
god.
isn't what it looks like.
God. But yeah, you were able, I'd say, put in a dragon bed, a dragon toy, and 5 super spicy peppers into your inventory.
I've already have subtracted the diamond.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't expect him to feed it to something.
Yeah, they ate the damn thing.
The contract has been settled.
You have fed us. We are happy. Everyone but Tiberius would love it.
Oh, Flix would just be like, look at all the cute things. Look at all the terrifying things.
Mhm. So yeah, you were able to get some stuff for the baby dragon. What do you guys want to do now?
I think probably head back.
Okay. Want to head back
Is-
to the house? Do you want to look for
Yeah.
anything else?
You have a problem peeling Freya's away from everything, but she eventually follows when she hears the door jingle.
Like, oh, it's like trying to pull a kid out of like a candy store without getting them anything. Like,
She doesn't
oh.
have her book. She could not write anything down.
Frius,
Hmm?
thank you.
Oh, it's no problem. I'm sure we'll find somewhere to take care of Flix's debt, but I guess maybe it won't have to be done with money or objects.
I very much want to go to water, but it seems like Earth is also affecting many people.
Well, as much as I'd like to go in order with things, we may have to at least try doing something over there. Who knows? I don't think, well, anyone else besides us really wants to go to water at this moment, so maybe give them some time to think.
Yes. At worst, what we could end up doing is 2 scouting parties. One goes to Earth to scout out what's going on there, and I and maybe someone else goes to water, and I go ahead and meet with
All right,
the
time out. I gotta
person.
go to the bathroom really super quickly, so I'll be right back.
No worries. Maybe meet with this person and see what he would want in return for his services. Because I have a feeling that he would not want to be left waiting after someone says I'm possibly coming to say hello.
Oh, I'm sure there's many things we could offer, especially with our track record so far. But I think it would probably be us because, well, we know why Roast doesn't want to go. We know why Flix doesn't want to go. And do you really honestly want to be alone with Tiberius? And
I'm
then she
used to
stops.
Tiberius.
she actually stops for a second and goes, "But do we want Tiberius and Flix alone?" Yeah, you may have to end up taking Tiberius. So be it.
Apologies, please continue.
They're just talking as they're walking back to.
Okay. And you guys are just gonna return to the house like that? Okay.
Yes, he's gonna poke his head in once they get there.
Mm-hmm. And
See who's up.
yeah, who all's up? I know Rose is still up, so is Tibbs. Has Flick stumbled out of his room at all?
Yeah, he has, and he's groggy and not looking as fabulous as usual. So he's in a bit of a mood.
So, Various, as you poke your head and you kind of see Flick's beginning to kind of sulk his way down the stairs. Rose, you see Rose and Tibbs still too.
Ah, good. You brought food.
Well,
Not for you, unfortunately. We'll just have to stick with what I've had in my backpack for a little while. We'll
What
have
do you
to
mean
get
you didn't
something
bring
better.
back food?
Unless you want to spontaneously combust, I think you won't want to try it.
Why would you bring back food that we can't eat? You had one job to go out and get food.
And we got food for someone who needed it more.
something
Rose
happened
doesn't
this morning.
What?
His
Maybe you
ears
should-
lift just a little bit.
Various, as you do that, where are you holding the peppers, like the bag of the peppers in one of your hands?
Yes.
It's not there. It's actually trying to crawl down your arm to get to the bag. So you all now see the little gangly baby dragon trying to crawl down Various's arm.
There's. I don't mean to alarm you, but I believe there are pests in Rose's house.
Can Freyas try to get the animal before they jump in the bag and take all the peppers?
That's not a pest, you fur brain.
It's kind of slowly climbing its way down Various's arm, kind of like how a koala baby clings to its mother. That's kind of what it's doing.
Okay,
Like, it's a
Freyas
little
will take the
shaky.
bag instead then.
And as you take it, it kind of does. Have you ever seen chameleons try to reach out to get something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just
It
does it
starts
like
doing
really
that.
slowly.
It starts doing that.
It's okay, little one.
I'm guessing the egg you were toting around is an egg no more.
Yes.
That was quick.
Oh, it got quiet. Freyas will take one of the peppers as far up the stem as she can to try and hand it over to Various so they can feed the child, and she will take the bag up to Various's room with the rest of the stuff.
So he's going to try and feed the baby a pepper.
And it's basically gonna do what a little baby turtle does with the strawberry that I just
Oh!
linked. It's just gonna take the tiniest little nibbles every now and then, the best it can, because it's too big for it.
Am I able to realize that they went out to get food and brought back nothing that we could actually consume?
It was because we were getting food for this. I was thinking that maybe they'd have peppers at a regular market, but apparently they need special ones. Or not special ones, but... sorry, we will get food later today.
No, go feed your little, whatever it is, dragon, I believe it's called. I'll take the things to Amadeus for you and ask about repairing the book.
Would you go with Frias?
What, do you think I need a kit sitter? What are you talking about? I can do this myself.
Yes, but you'll also be retrieving an animal.
No, please, I'll just put it in some kind of containment field.
I expect no less.
There was a picture that was requested, I believe, during one of our Monday streams for Patreons. Let me just get that, because it's
Uh-oh.
relevant to what's happening right now. I gotta open it. So I gotta save it as a PNG. I didn't save it as a PNG.
Freyas will eventually go to her room, come back down, and then is going to drop the rations on the table. So, you know,
Tiberius refuses to touch that filth.
So what do you guys plan to do now? Because the little dragon's taking its dear sweet time to eat this pepper, but the pepper is like bigger than as big as it.
I'm just gonna.
Tiberius, go ahead, sorry. Sorry.
No, I'm just gonna pop the raptor on screen as well here on the stream.
Poor sticks.
Tiberius, hand me the book. I'll take care of this so that we can at least get on with our day.
It's
Flix is gonna come in, slam himself right down onto the table. As you're like, somebody get me a raw egg, shot of Tabasco, salt and pepper, and a gun to shoot myself, and collapse on the table.
what's a gun? He looks over at Rose.
Rose, you know what a gun is. You know waters use those, and they're scary.
does Freya's know what a gun is?
I'd say, yeah, you've probably met a few artificers in your life.
Good enough. Tiberius, as much as I think it'd be good to let you go out on your own, I honestly would like to get, not have Rose's pet hate everyone and everything. And also, I believe his book needs returning.
That's why I'm offering to go and get the pages prepared for you, return the book, and come back with the book, or at least your book completed, because it's in shambles right now, and at the same time return with Rose's little bitey thing.
Dino nuggies.
Freyas will actually look over at Rose as if going, "Are you sure about him?"
I mean,
I need a walk. I'll go get it. I'm good with aminals.
Oh my god.
you know what? Why don't I go with Tibbs then? And in the
All
meantime,
right, if you two insist, I will get the pages, and you two can have a nice, lovely conversation while you walk. I'll watch over.
And I left my
Uh,
pages with yours, Frias.
Yes, I left him in my room. She just gently pats Flix's back. It's like, we'll get you something there. Just
I scoot over to Rose. I'm coming with. She got that
Hold
look in
on.
her eye. She wants my wings.
Rose.
hmm?
With your magic, there's a store just down the road that I think would be of interest to you in the future.
Huh.
It's the person who runs it is the one who gave me the egg, and there are some things there that you might find useful from what you were telling me about how things work.
All right, I'll give it a look when I got time then.
So who all is going to win? I need a roll count here.
Looks like Flix, Tiberius, and Rose, much to Tiberius's disappointment.
Freyas wants to make sure Flix doesn't go to wind right now.
Because he's hungover.
I have a better idea. This is Rose talking character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Tiberius will go get the raptor and those pages taken care of. But yeah, maybe the three of you may want to stay here and just kind of acclimatize to the home a little bit more. Just make sure that Dragon's gonna be all right. And as far as food goes, I mean, I think they had like veggies and stuff in Wind the last we were there. Maybe we can bring something back to stock the shelves from there.
That's
Very-
actually a very good idea.
And as
Yeah,
you
very-
guys are talking,
What-
the dragon does finish the pepper.
What type
And it
Or what, Chippy?
Tiberius is going to offer Flix a drink from his little flask.
When the hell did he get a flask?
he's had
That
it.
was that.
Oh, never seen it.
Mhm.
Flix grabs the flask and downs it.
Oh my god.
Open.
I believe she needs to. I believe they need to make a con save, right?
Freya's wants to stop it, but it's too late.
You
Because I
can't
believe that's
stop what's
just.
happening.
Because I believe, if I'm right, Chippy, that's just straight alcohol.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you need to make another con save there, Flix.
He was going to offer a bit of cottontail of the rabbit that bit him kind of thing, and wasn't supposed to down the whole thing, but there it goes.
Flix is drunk again. Flix is drunk again.
Freya's is straight eyeing Tiberius now.
Yeah, your headache's gone, but it's replaced with a very loopy, where is gravity feeling there, Flix?
You don't know which way's up.
Yeah, what way's up? What way's left? You don't know. You feel great.
I'm just picturing Flix acting like the fly trying to get out of a window, just different surfaces.
What is with these little rolls?
Tiberius looks at Flix. He wasn't supposed to drink the whole thing, just a sip.
Well done.
Flix, are you all right?
Flix, you there?
Then maybe
I am
okay.
better than all right. I have a plan.
Oh no.
The best plan. Plan that can possibly never fail except for 42% out of 78.
Rose told me.
Yes, and I believe that excellent plan of yours is to stay here and relax with the others.
That's crazy talk, beautiful. I got work to do.
Flix, can you even walk?
Let's find out.
This will be a random 1d20. Yeah, he can walk.
I can
You
walk
can walk
like
fine.
the best of them. I'm gonna walk out the door.
It's not
Flick.
just any normal walk. We're talking like a runway
Sachet.
strut.
Yeah, sachet strutting out the door. Fast
Freya's
style.
will just grab and gently turn them back into the room.
Hey, you're back in the house.
Holy shit, I am so good at walking. I'm back where I started. I go back out the door.
Oh, Franz, you better make sure he doesn't hurt himself while Rose and I take care of the book thing.
She's going to look straight at Tiberius and be like, "We are having a conversation tonight. Even if I have to break your door down."
By the end of this, Priest is gonna be an alcoholic. Guaranteed.
Tiberius just has a smile.
Frias has evolved from dungeon mom to wine mom.
Yeah.
She will tell
She's
them where
leveling
the
up on her mom abilities.
She will tell Rose where the pages are in her room before following Flix out of the house.
Okay, Nova,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to attempt a stealth maneuver.
Okay.
But said stealth maneuver involves throwing a glitter bomb on the ground and running out of the house.
No.
Okay. So let's do it like this. Considering this is a glitter bomb, considering this is Flix, roll me performance.
I'm a Viking at that.
Oh!
Yeah,
And
Flix, as you begin to try to push Flix out of the kind of pushing around, you notice that you lose like grasp of them, and you just see them holding something in one of their hands, and you're like, oh no, and they throw it to the ground, just like it erupts into this big bomb of glitter, and you have to cough and kind of wave in front of your face to get rid of it, and by the time you get clear vision, they're gone.
Oh.
I am not cleaning this up.
She brushes some of the glitter off, looks back at Tiberius.
He shrugs.
Weirdly enough, only points at two of her eyes, and then points back at him before having to run outside and look for the lost Fey child.
I'm going to clean off my outfit stairs, and I'm going to set up something. If anyone needs me, I
Oh.
will be.
There you go.
What?
You okay?
Well, yeah, I had to because when I put on the headset, it sometimes doesn't make Discord work properly, so I have to get out, get back in.
Oh,
I'm good now.
Alright, cool.
but if anyone needs me, just let me know. I'll be up in my room, getting things adjusted and set up.
Yeah, I was just gonna grab those pages, and I guess Tiberius and I should get a move on.
But,
So,
as you're talking, the dragon does finish the pepper, and indeed there is a little black seed at the stem. But it kind of gives little quips as it has hiccups. And after each little hiccup, you see a little spark coming from its mouth. It ate a little too fast.
oh, poor baby. He's gonna gently stroke its back with a finger.
Like even
Um,
your finger is bigger than the small of its back. It's so small.
Rose, if you happen to come across, perchance any fire plane soil, I think they said brimstone ash. Not sure quite what that is, but would you be willing to bring back a small amount?
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to get.
I would truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's focus on Frius first. And Flix. Flix, where did you run off to?
I had this epiphany in the middle of the night
Uh-oh.
in my drunken stupor that I can get the chips needed by using truffles and swindling the underground casinos.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no. So you're going to be heading to the underground of the water district, I'm guessing?
Oh, yes.
Oh no. So I'd say, Frius, you're going to need to roll a survival to try to find out where they've gone.
Well, they're a
I'm
druid,
trying to
at
look at
least.
spells first.
His tips are Flix race.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's take a gamble. I want to use some magic.
Okay. Let's gamble.
100, right?
Yep.
I'm scared.
Okay, you're
Okay.
Well, that's almost jackpot.
fine.
Pop
Alright.
off one of those, and which is it going to be for survival? Wisdom.
think
So
wisdom.
Owl's wisdom.
Okay.
So that
So
should give
that'll
me
be the
advantage.
Yep.
Throw that survival check.
Okay.
Thank frickin' goodness.
You, at the very least, you have a feeling you know where Flix has gone because of that sort of just general
Yeah,
instinct
he was-
that they've been up
he-
to
he-
lately.
He was
But
talking
same-
about something water last time, so
So you kind of get that general idea, but at the same time, you can still kind of spot them off far in the distance as they're making a break for it, and you're like, huh, and start to follow. You're a little behind because, of course, they got a head start, but yeah, you're able to follow them. And yeah, Flix, you do eventually make it to the District of Water. Considering the fact of their whole theme, the district never goddamn sleeps, so it's still quite busy. It's still quite active, and
Yeah.
you know your way into the underground. You've been there several times. You've been there
No.
several times. You know how to get down there, but you begin to wind your way down the kind of the side tunnels into what looks like this. The best way I can describe it is this almost low ceilinged. Has anyone ever been to a cabana or know what a cabana looks like?
I'm going to take that as a no.
All right. Let me get a picture of it. Where is it? Cabana room. Here we are. That doesn't help. Okay, well, basically, it's this almost, you can definitely tell it's underground, considering the fact that the walls look carved out, but it's almost a dome-like shape. There's a large stage in one area, there's a live band playing, and there's tables all around. There's different games going on, from poker to different other card games, but they all involve a very specific chip, a blue chip. And there is a ton of water primordials down here. There's like 0 outsiders. So suffice to say, you definitely stick out like a sore thumb as you kind of wind your way into the underground area. Like, this place is huge. It's like massive. Like, consider the stage is like the center of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you've got tables all around, like a big giant casino, almost, I'd say.
So my plan is I need to go to the biggest, most lavish, quote unquote, casino they have there.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to go in there and convince somebody that I'm there for performance. I'm one of the acts for the stage.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to do it for like the highest paying one right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
And convince them that, hello, it's me.
So I'm gonna roll a random. See what you get.
Yeah. I'm also going to throw out that I was personally asked for by Glacia himself.
No.
Oh, no.
So, in your drunken state, you can't quite navigate to the real high roller table area, but you're able to kind of find, I'd say, kind of the mid-tier one, and it mostly consists. It's not an area with like the red tape, like the red velvet cords, stuff like that. It's still a public open space. But you kind of find this large kind of a bouncer looking guy that's kind of blocking the way to the stage entrance.
Mhm.
And it's a big, kind of massive water primordial that seems to be made out of. They definitely seem to have coral reefs growing off of their shoulders and stuff like that. Huge underbite of a jaw, in a very nice suit, crosses his arms and stares down at you.
I'm here for my set.
What's your name?
What was that wind primordial?
Eureka.
Eureka.
Oh no.
No. No.
You see this massive lumbering figure kind of lean down over
Lean
you.
into? All right. I am going to tap him on the side of the face ever so gently and be like, darling, I am the one that goes on stage first for Eureka. How could you not know who I am?
And you see this massive figure pull something out of his like little front pocket. It's a tiny pair of glasses. And he sets it onto his rather large face. It's a miracle that they stay on there. And he squints at you before kind of pulling himself back up and taking a clipboard from a side table and kind of sorting through it. Eureka not set to perform today.
No, I'm not. Oh my, you're terrible at this. I am the act that normally goes on before Eureka. I'm like just as famous as him, just underneath by like 2.
Name.
I am Rodrigo Rodriguez the Third.
I just have to take my glasses off and just kind of face plant with this one. If someone's watching, please clip that. But The bouncer kind of looks back over the clipboard, flips a few pages, looks back down at you. It's like, no name.
Oh, that is insane. I cannot believe this has happened. I am going to fire. You see, my agent clearly has not been talking to the right people. What is your name? Which bouncer are you?
Clovis.
Clovis, darling. So this is the problem we have at hand. If I don't get out there and perform, you're going to have a very large amount of angry water elementals not drinking nearly enough and giving you enough blue chips. Do you want to explain to Lord Glacia why he didn't get enough of a cut from this specific establishment? Because the drunken patrons were not ready to actually open their pockets? That's what my music does. It opens pockets.
We'll ask boss later directly.
Oh. You, please,
So you don't like employment, as what I understand.
please.
Okay, and as you're kind of doing this, you eventually hear someone actually approaching you, Flix, and it's a very well-dressed individual. They have framed glasses sitting on the bridge of their nose, and their hair is partially frozen and also flowing, kind of like water. But you recognize this individual.
Advisor for Leonard.
You mean for
That's
Glacia?
No, for Leonard.
This is Codicus. This is
It's
Glacia's
Codicus.
advisor.
It's Glacia's advisor. Yeah, I'm like, glasses, it's not Glacia, I'm good.
And he kind of looks between.
He doesn't know what I look like. I look different than the last time they saw me.
Yeah, he doesn't know what you look like. That's why he kind of looks from the bouncer to you. It's like, is there a problem?
Oh my. By Glacia's nose, there is a huge problem.
As you say that, you see his eyes narrow at you.
Run, Flix! Just run!
Can you repeat that statement?
Your help is not allowing me to do the job I was hired for. To make
What is
sure
your
that the
name?
patrons' pockets open.
What is your name?
Through music.
What is your name?
I am the entertainment! Rodrigo Rodriguez III.
And you see him kind of open a hand toward Clovis and takes the clipboard.
Can I roll deception, Nova?
Sure.
What are you going to try and deceive?
Codicus.
You didn't look at the clipboard to see any names you could have called. You're just making one up.
I am making one up.
Sure.
Can I use prestidigitation to put it on the board?
I'd say if you want to do that, you have to A, roll wild magic because it is a spell, and B, instead of, if we're rolling it, I would say do a stealth so you can put it stealthily on there if you're able to cast the spell.
Okay.
If you pull this off, I'm going to
1d20?
laugh.
Is
So
it one?
wild magic goes first.
It's
Is
1d100?
Freya seeing this from a distance now?
Yes, it's 1d100.
Yes, she can.
And I'm trying to do it like I'm not making it obvious type thing.
Yeah, but that's why I said you need to roll wild magic
Yeah.
first, and then you'll be rolling stealth to actually pull it off.
Okay.
Oh!
Fireball's the advisor.
Painful.
Brother, get the
Lordy.
flamer.
Oh shit,
no.
what was this one again?
Brother, get the flamer.
The heavy flavor.
I gotta see what this does. Hold on.
I'd like to point to the GIF in OOC.
Yeah, I
Because
watched
I might
it like
have,
3 times now.
I might have to nerf this considering what it might do. I'm gonna have to nerf this, okay.
I have
Yes,
many
I'm
questions.
trying to do it so it doesn't
Okay,
look like
so-
cast a spell.
Considering the fact I created this through a generator, 97 to 98, and I quote, you cast Time Stop. After this effect ends, you cast Finger of Death on yourself. I will be nerfing the end of that. So, Flix, as you begin to cast your magic, it begins to glitch out, and you're internally screaming. You close your eyes. You're not sure what's going to happen. And then you hear silence. The bands have stopped playing. There's no music, no sound. You kind of slowly open one eye, then open the other. Time has stopped around you.
Okay, I'm gonna take this moment to quickly write my name on that board.
Okay, you do
Your
it.
name or the name you're faking? Make sure you say that right.
Rodriguez the third.
Are you putting him in the first billing?
Yes,
Of course.
with big exclamation points and underline.
And a
By
heart?
Glacia.
What,
As per Glacia.
are you forging?
Yes, I am.
Oh my god, I can't
I'm
believe
already
this.
in debt with the man. What more? How bad can it get?
So Naira's coming back.
Listen, Flix. He literally executed one of our party members, like shot them, and then had another member of our party shoot their soul.
Yeah, no, I know what he's like. Don't worry. I got this.
Oh. The best part is that, yeah, like I said, I'm nerfing that particular one because Finger of Death is overkill.
Yeah.
It is 7d8 plus 30.
Oh dear Christ.
But yeah, you managed to do that with the time stop because it lasts quite a while.
I'm gonna go in there and put Rodrigo Rodriguez the third under like first billing.
Okay, and you start seeing reality beginning. It lets you start seeing people start to kind of return to moving by the time you're done. Like almost as if you stopped a VHS recording and then started playing it again.
Okay. I'm gonna be like looking over Conicus's shoulder. I'm like, I know I'm on there.
And as things return to normal, his eyes kind of go wide and it's like, oh, yeah, yes you are. You're the first act of the morning.
Can you believe this?
And Clovis kind of looks over a little baffled and then takes his glasses off, puts them back on, kind of rubs them. And Conicus kind of frowns. It's like, you might need another pair there, Clovis. Sorry, boss.
We might need to look for another position in the future.
Conicus immediately snaps his gaze to you. It's like, I will not have anyone talking ill of members of Glacia's mob.
Well, between you and me, it's not good for business if they don't see the headliner.
It's also not good for business if your headliner is just a piece of crap who is back-talking his employers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you seen me perform? Take a front seat. I am going to show you the best show of your life.
Oh.
Willing to bet? Okay, he kind of quirks an eyebrow before you see
I'm willing to bet. What am I in the hall for? 30 blue chips?
30K.
I'm willing to bet 30 blue chips.
Conicus kind of raises a brow. It's like, well, that's chump change to me, but you know what? Sure, you're on.
This is fine.
This
This is not fine.
Oh,
This
lordy.
is the opposite of fine.
How dare you, Frias? This is all your fault.
Yeah, Frias, you're seeing all of this go down. You didn't notice the time stop because you were caught in it yourself. But yeah, you see Conicus kind of hold the clipboard out back to Clovis, who returns to his position, and he will happily take a nice little front seat in one of the front tables and wait. I hope you realize that if this fails, you're going to be another 30K.
I know. I'm gambling, damn it. I'm gambling.
Yeah, the stage is yours, Flix.
Okay, so one thing I'm going to use for this is my Okay, so I'm going to use my expertise.
Okay.
Which is a racial, which is at third level, choose two of your skill proficiencies. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability you make that uses either one of the chosen proficiencies.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my performance.
Okay.
Because that's my plan. So, Han, how would this work exactly?
Hold on, let me look at my spells at this point. Oh, it's touch. Frick.
All the way up. Look at your proficiency bonus. What is it? All the way up.
Oh, it's
3.
plus.
So you'd roll your basic performance and add 3 to it.
Add 3 more to it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also going to use prestidigitation to make everything look amazing.
Okay.
You're gonna have to roll wild magic.
Gonna roll wild magic again.
Oh,
Mm.
Because the Foundry is still coded in it.
Yeah, no, after that last thing, I'm not going to tempt fate because I forgot that happened, but after that whole thing... Okay, so I am going to...
We've seen the rolls already. This is not good.
Oh.
Just seeing what
Yeah,
else
the
I
gift
have
didn't
in
work.
my
Sorry.
bag of tricks.
The only thing I have is touch-based magic, and you are already on stage.
Unless you
Damn
want to
right.
try to act as a backup singer.
This is already the mob. Freys doesn't even want to be here.
Yeah, because you've probably dealt with a few in your time, Frias, and this whole place reeks of crime, mob, all that shit. And
She also tried to go with one of his plans before, and it almost threw him into a portal full of plant tentacles.
Can I use the Bardic Inspiration die on myself as well?
No, it's only on others.
You
It's
cannot.
only on others?
Yeah, it's only on
I just
others.
wanna make sure. Okay.
And also putting me as a backup dancer would be even a worst idea, seeing as my performance is a flat 0.
Well, then all you can do is sit and watch, I'm afraid.
Right,
No.
and I'm gonna have Truffles back up for me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So is he going to
no.
use the help command,
He
basically?
is, yes. Can I
So
get advantage?
that will give you advantage.
Nice. All right, I'm going all out.
Good luck.
Here we go.
Oh lordy.
Oh, I didn't do advantage.
Roll it again. Roll it again.
Please, please.
And then it gets plus...
It gets +3.
Plus another 3,
Plus
yeah.
3, so that's an 18.
18.
You barely passed the check.
Did you just get out of debt?
I fucking did! I have done for Lacey's advisor!
Huh? So, Flix, describe to me what your performance is like.
So my performance is kind of like a mixture of like, I'm gonna go full Jack Black Master Exploder on this one.
Oh.
I did not mean.
And there's like glitter bombs going off everywhere.
Okay. And the funny thing is you find that the stages are actually barriered, so the glitter doesn't actually fly out into the audience, thankfully.
Yeah. It just enhances the performance.
Oh yeah, it just enhances it, because it turns into like a snow globe.
Yeah. And I feel like wink at all the chicks. That's right. And some of the dudes. And
This
I
is.
tried to wink at Codicus, was like, no, not him.
I'm just
No.
picturing this turning into a Prince performance.
It is. It fucking is a Prince performance at this rate.
Prince and Michael Jackson.
And yeah, as your performance basically comes to a close, everyone's clapping, and surprisingly, Codicus is kind of doing the half clap with one hand, like just barely tapping the end of his palm.
Of course. And I bow to him.
He isn't smiling or anything. He just has that same kind of flat stare that he always has. And he's like, all right, well, you've definitely proved yourself, Mr. Rodriguez.
The third.
The third,
That's right.
yes.
That's what I do.
And you see him flip open what looks to be a pocketbook, and he'll write something down before tearing off what is literally a check and holding it out for you.
I thank you.
And it's for 30,000 blue chips.
Wait,
So you now have a check
you
from
mean
the advisor.
30 blue
No,
chips,
30,
right?
30 blue chips, not 30,000, right?
Sorry, 30 blue chips. Yes, sorry.
Oh, come on, let him misplace the 0.
That's quite a big misplace.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. 30's
I'm
good.
hungry. I haven't eaten. Sorry.
No.
No, it's good. It's good, Nova.
But yeah, he writes you a check and gives it over. It's like, well, you've proven me quite wrong. We'll look forward to another performance from you, I hope.
I look forward to performing for you again, good sir.
Maybe next time try to aim for the VIP booths then instead of just kind of the low brows.
I will
you might
indeed.
get paid better there.
Oh, and that is why you're the advisor.
Can't
Among
believe
many
that
other
actually
things.
worked.
I can't believe that worked. But you can cash a check in at any of the like little booths around the whole casino.
And that's what I will do.
Yep.
And then
You
I'm
know-
getting the hell out of there.
So add 30 blue chips to your inventory. You made some bank.
I'll use my skills as a bard.
I have to. I can't believe you pulled that off. I cannot. Just damn.
Well, I guess we're going to water.
Yes, it's true. This is Jim's pain as a GM every time I pull bullshit like this.
And the bullshit paid off.
It pays off.
The bullshit paid off. Holy shit. But yeah, Frias, you're kind of standing. Frias, you're kind of standing there watching this whole ordeal go down. He clinches it, he nails it, and you see the advisor hand off something to Flix before he goes to cash it in, and Flix, you run into Frias as you're starting to leave, and Frias, what do you do?
Frias is instantly grabbing them politely around the arm, just kind of hooking their arm around, but they are obviously trying to hold it tight as they start walking for the door. They are completely silent and just trying to get out of there right now.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going. I am happily going.
And yeah, you guys are winding your way out. You're getting the hell out of Dodge.
Oh, yeah.
And then once they're out of the water district and heading back, she is literally going to stop him, grab his shoulders, and be like, why? What
Because
possessed
it
you to do
worked.
this?
Getting my debt paid. It's gonna be even better when we go there and I drop it on his desk and fucking Konica sees my new look. It's gonna be great. Stuffy bitch. I'm gonna walk off.
Do you realize who you just got money from?
Yeah,
And
the
where the money
advisor.
is going to?
Yeah, Glacia. Either way, it's going back in his pocket. Debt is paid. It's all he cares about. It's Mob Rules 101, baby. Let's go eat.
She's not wrong.
She just places she just closes all of her eyes, places her face in her hands, and just groans and is like, okay, I will admit
as he's walking
that was...
away, he'll like jump up in the air and click his heels.
And you did this all while drunk.
All while hammered. Liquid courage.
You're welcome.
I will admit that was very impressive, but please,
Frias,
let's just
I'm
go
the
home.
performer first. I should have just used the loot in the first place.
All right, so I'm going to go eat dinner real quick, but if you guys want to continue role playing, please feel free, because I imagine you're heading back to the house. I'll be back.
Yes, definitely.
Flex, just keep a very tight grasp on all of those chips. Please, let's just go home. Please, let's just... Oh, gosh, I don't even know if they're even going to accept those chips. Okay, well, okay. We may just need to keep you drunk. It may be the only way to handle you at this point. Oh.
I am so high functioning. My functioning is the highest right now. Like, it's on point. If there was a sun here, I could see it. But we're in the Foundry, so there's no sun.
Something is shining down on you to this day. I do not know what. I do not want to know what, but my gosh, it is shining directly right on you today. Keep those chips very...
What I have that other Potley stage performers don't have is a little something we in the business like to call presentation. I made that look good. And it was so sparkly and wonderful.
Just make sure you hold on to all those chips till we get there. Put it somewhere safe. That's just, at this point, all I care about. I don't even want to fight you right now.
All right, perfect. They are staying as safe as humanly possible. As fairly possible.
You say fairly possible, and that makes me less concerned. Or more concerned.
No, you were right the first time. Less concerned.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rose is not going to believe this.
Where are my buns at? We gotta celebrate!
Now!
One bun is in wind, the other one is taking care of their dragon. Let's just go home.
Wait, we have a dragon?
It's a baby right now. Just don't worry about. Oh no. Oh,
Are you
no.
fluttering with Freys in your
I'm
arms?
fluttering with Freya's home.
She literally has to grab onto his hand so he doesn't just float off into the air.
I'm picturing Freys being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and like just hanging there like the angry cat, being like,
She is just in pure and utter shock that first of all it worked. Second of all, they aren't in some sort of jail or dead.
That was the best. Such a good time.
But she will make it home, and she will slam the door pretty loudly behind them and lock it just to make sure.
The mob are after us. I know they're coming. Freya's just like on mob lockdown now, thinking the mob is everywhere, right every corner.
slowly lifting up a blind, looking out of it, looking right and left.
It's like, are there pinstripes?
She's actually going to go out into the main hall and be like, Various, please. Where are you?
Yes?
We may Flix may have solved problems.
I'm up in my room. The door's partway open.
Flix, are you going to be okay down here alone for yourself for a little while?
I want to see the dragon.
Okay, fine. Just
Truffles
keep
wants
your
to meet the dragon too. We
um.
can have a play date.
Oh no! Flix is bringing Truffles up. He wants to see the new dragon. You could like definitely hear the panic in her voice of what is going on.
All
And
right.
she eventually brings him up. She looks like she's about to have an anxiety attack.
Don't do it, Rose. Don't say it.
More pocket bacon?
No. No. No.
But yeah, Freys eventually opens the door. Like her hands are visibly shaking, as I'm assuming Flix just flutters in on his wings with Truffles probably right
course.
after them.
The wings are pure beauty.
So, Various, we don't have to worry about the dead anymore.
And Various is actually laying stomach down on the floor and is just sort of petting the little dragon and making sure it's all comfy in its new little geode pet bed. And he's acting very, very different than usual. You know how he's usually very upright and stuff. He's sort of like looking at it like somebody would with a new puppy or something. And he clears his throat, starting to sit up, brush off his clothes. Wait, what?
I have no idea how, why, or what madness has went on, but Flix went to water, went to a casino, somehow got himself onto stage after making a bet with the Water Lord's advisor, and somehow won the bet and got 30 blue chips out of the whole thing. I don't know either. I just wanted to get out of there. I have no idea how that happened. I was just going to let him go through with it, thinking it was going to teach him a lesson. And next thing I know, he was on stage, and there was nothing I could do to stop him, and he somehow pulled it off. And she actually has to go over to Various's bed and sit down, and her hands are shaking. She's like finally grasping them together to try calming herself down. She's like not even looking at anything, which is odd for her. She's usually has one set of eyes looking at something, but she's just like straight at the ground, trying to like put everything back in order. What had just happened?
Um, uh, I get. I guess that this means that we need to figure out how to get said money to Glacia.
Let's just work on waiting for the others to get here.
Yes, that's the important. Mm-mm.
Oh, I really hope that advisor isn't there when we go to give the money back. Oh, goodness.
One of us could go in, and give it to him on their behalf. And Flick stays out.
That could work in a way, yes. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Flicks, would
She
that be
she will
alright?
actually go to the window and look outside.
Flicks,
Oh, what's up?
would that be alright?
What?
If one of us turned over the chips to Lord Glacia while you stood outside, we give them to him on your behalf so that you aren't in the advisor's line of sight.
There's no problem with it. There's nothing they can do. As long as I pay back the 30 blue chips, my debt is clean.
She looks away from the window. All right, Rodrigo Rodriguez the Third.
You got it right. It's my new stage name.
She just goes right back to the window looking outside.
Alright. I suppose. Oh, I'm both glad and terrified of the ramifications of this.
It's going to be wonderful. Not to worry.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I inhaled a burger.
Just make sure you don't thank the person who made this all possible, because then Freya's might kill me.
Freya's already wants to have a word with you, one way or another.
So
So-
to catch Nova up, they got home, and are talking with Various, and Various has been taking care of the little dragon and making sure it's comfy in its little cave house.
Mm-hmm. And how did Various take that?
He's both
A lot better
glad
than
that
Freya's did.
yeah, he's glad that the debt has been erased. Like he's like, we're gonna need to actually get it to Glacia.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also really scared of the ramifications and tried to offer that they could bring it in on like Flix's behalf, so there was no chance of Kautica seeing them. But they're like, nah, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, because Freya's explained it exactly as made a bet with the advisor, somehow won bet, got money.
That gif is me right now. Because it's a good chance that Codicus is going to be forwarding Mr. Mr. Rodriguez the Third's name.
Rodrigo Rodriguez the Third.
So yeah. Let's
She doesn't know that part though. She only knows the stage name and that he made a bet with the advisor.
and he was able to pull it off somehow, some way.
Thanks to that +3. Literally
Mhm.
plus
+3,
3.
baby. +3.
Because I put the DC at 17.
Wow. Amazing.
Beat it by 1.
Damn, Skippy. That's amazing.
Jim, I know how you feel.
Yep.
I do. But we're going to turn the camera away from these three as they come to terms with Flix's triumph or potential train wreck. Who knows? We'll see. To Tiberius and Bruce, who are making their way into the plane of wind by this time. You guys have passed the portal, no real issues there. And you make your way into the sort of the morning now market of the plane of wind on the particular island that the portal comes out of. There's not a lot of stalls open. There's some that are open for like breakfast type things. There's some produce vendors setting up. There's some meat vendors setting up. It's a very early morning style market. Like in particular, one of the rows is just full of fish.
Tiberius is going to be kind of tipping his flask over and noticing that it's not pouring anything out. He's like, honestly, he drank the whole thing. It was just supposed to be a sip to cut off the edge.
Oh, it cut off something, all right.
Not my problem. He's probably off, I don't know. He's pissing in a corner or something. Whatever Fae do.
Oh, poor Tibbs.
Honestly, can't say I've ever seen that happen.
Oh, yes, you know them quite better. What do you think he's done right now? What do Fae do exactly? In my books, they generally play tricks and eat babies.
And for a few moments, Rose, you get minor flashes of your old Fae masters tormenting, slaughtering people that stood in their way. It wasn't. It's a lot of really bad shit.
More the second thing.
Smile. And usually with a smile on their face.
Yes. Anyhow. Oh, it's those. Give me a second. I'm going to get some food.
Where would you like to look? And what are you looking for?
Some roasted vegetables for breakfast.
Let me do a quick roll. So I have a few places in mind for you. Okay. You actually catch the whiff of what smells almost dough-like, but at the same time, you also smell vegetables on the air along with the smell. And you kind of follow your nose to a small stand that seems to have a large flat top looking thing. But instead of vegetables, you see these round dumpling-like things. But you're seeing what appears to be a elven-looking being behind the behind the counter, putting roasted vegetables into these dumpling wrappers, wrapping them up, and then searing them and crisping them up on the flat top.
You there, tall one. Yes, he is. How much for one of those plates?
Depends on how many you would like. It comes in 3 and 5, and these things are about the size of like a balled up fist. They're pretty sizable.
5.
5? Let's see. Well, if you bring the plate back, it's free, as all things here in the night market. Or you can go ahead and have a little takeaway bag, as long as you dispose of the bag in the right places.
I'll take the takeaway bag.
All right. And he'll actually take 5 fresh from the grill and put them into what looks to be almost a wicker woven bag in a way. And he'll tie it up and hand it on over to you. These vegetables in particular come from an island to the south. I am merely their cook, and this is just sort of a way for them to advertise their crop and the like. And from what you can tell from the mixture in the stall, Tibbs, it's like a mixture of carrots, grilled cabbage, looks like there's onions, tomatoes, all kind of stewed together and put into these dumplings.
Well, thank you. What's the name of the place? I'll be sure to tell whomever I share this with that of it.
It's called the Zephyr Islands. It's a chain of 5 islands to the south.
Thank you. Zephyr Islands. I'll remember that. Cheerio, thank you.
And you have 5 pan-fried vegetable dumplings.
Correction, 4. Oh.
You've already eaten one. It's delicious. It's deliciously seasoned. They're well grilled. You can actually taste the grill still on the vegetables. Tastes great. Some of the vegetables, like the carrots, still have a bit of crunch in them too.
How did they get away with giving this away for free?
Amazing how things work around here.
Yes, they're a bunch of saps, in all honesty.
Gross, you know for the fact that it's more a case of as long as you pick up after yourself, dispose of your trash and stuff like that, you're pretty much doing the person a favor by taking these things, eating them, and enjoying them because primordials don't really care about currency. That's just water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a case of supply, demand, give, take, and respect. That's how your society tends to work. Currency has no place in it.
So tell me, Rose, with the whole house thing that you made, when Freys broke that table, something happened. What happened exactly? Because she kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Feels like, well, when Freya shot through that table, it felt like something had plunged into my arm.
So if the house gets hurt, you get hurt.
It's a stand. I'm sorry.
Basically, yeah.
Seems like a very important detail to leave in.
It's just one of those things here. I mean, the house is basically bonded to my soul.
So if the guild were to find out where your house was and decide to, well, I guess not burn it to the ground, but reduce it to a pile of smoldering goo, what would that do to you?
What would that do, Nova?
It would hurt like a bitch. Probably piss you off. It wouldn't kill you, but it would really hurt.
Yeah, about that, Tiberius. I would not be having a very good day. Let's leave it at that.
But you wouldn't be dead. Ah. Wait, do you know what's happening in all parts of the house?
I'm gonna defer to Nova for this.
There's a very specific reason that Tiberius is asking this.
As you begin to think about this, Rose, you start to wonder exactly how much control and reach of this house you might have, since it's now attached to your soul. So, give me an Arcana check.
Alright.
He slaps Freya's from another plane.
Oh. You kind of begin trying to dig into your subconscious, into your soul, Rose. It's not abnormal for a primordial to do this, kind of just to check their well-being and check just everything about them. And for some reason, there is a black ink spot somewhere in the feeling of that house. Almost as if someone spilt an inkwell on that particular portion. That wasn't there before.
And would Rose have known that that spot was not there when the house was first built?
Yeah, because you kind of double back on it and it's like, I didn't add that.
Everything all right, Rose? You seem to be thinking. I don't see smoke coming out of the ears, so I'm just imagining that this is normal?
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll deal with that when we get back to the others, cause yeah, we'll just grab our stuff and.
Oh, what did they do now? Did one of them break another table? Is that what's going on?
Nothing happened back at the house there. It's just, we came here to get those papers, get the raptor, and, I said I was going to try to bring back some more stuff for them to eat besides rations.
Well, I've got that covered. He holds up the takeaway bag. Though I could need another one. Best you hold on to this, Rose. I'm too tempted.
Rose
It's still nice and hot, too.
Rose
Yeah, but Rose can
will
keep it hot.
Yeah, technically.
Rose will just take the bag and tuck it into themselves.
It's like a portable hot box to keep pizza in.
God damn
There's
it!
4 and only 3 people need to eat.
Good job, Hot Pocket.
Uh, so yeah, what would you guys like to do? Because if you guys remember, you have to find someone willing to take you across the endless sky. So
That's what Rose is gonna look for. See if there's a taxi or courier service that's already up and going.
if you're both looking, I'd say both of you give me perception, but if just Rose, just Rose. It's to determine the skill level of what you find. Mm.
We're gonna do. Hold on.
Tiberius is literally looking for the sign that says, most dangerous way of getting anywhere you want to go, 90% chance of fatality.
So that will be total. That'll be 17.
Okay. So, Rose, you kind of spot one that's kind of led by a grouping of those puffle sheep that you've seen before. You know that they're pretty solid when it comes down to keeping a nice, smooth, and safe ride, but they're not very fast. And immediately, you see Tibbs rushing off to go toward one that seems to have a uh, sort of a serpent, like almost like a quetzalcoatl, basically hooked up. And you know those things are really fast, but they're known for like throwing people off. They can be very rowdy and violent. So do you steer him toward the safer one?
I grabbed Tibbs by the back of his collar and just immediately start dragging him towards the puffle one.
What are you doing? It looks perfectly fine. Look how safe it is. It even has... No, it doesn't have seatbelts. That'll make it more interesting.
Do you fight against him dragging you?
No. He's got the food.
So yeah, you kind of drag Tibbs over to a nice looking cart. It's kind of well oiled, kind of fancy looking, very ornate, and it's hooked up to 6 puffle sheep. And the driver, there is no driver actually. And you actually see a sign that says, "Climb in and tell them where to go."
Oh. Simple enough. Rose will go ahead and hop in the front.
And they have nice padded seats. It's a nice little carriage. It even has a roof on it.
And presuming Tibbs goes ahead and does it as well.
Yeah, he'll go in. He's got an obvious pout on his face for not going through with the, breakneck evil lizard that could kill us all ride.
Rose will go over to the puffle sheep. Yeah, we're heading to Amadeus's.
And as you say that, they kind of float into the air off the dock along with the carriage and begin to take a nice, slow, leisurely pace into the endless sky. It's kind of cute watching them kind of have to see their little feet kind of look like they're running on air. It's almost like you're being led by balloons. Little fluff balls.
Oh, this is going to take forever to get there. Rose, can we have taken something a little bit fast next time?
If I remember correctly, you took a similar vessel last time, Tibbs.
He wasn't there!
This is going to take you a couple hours. But it'll be safe. You'll get there in one piece. It's just going to take like an hour or two.
Just sit
So, what would you like to speak about? We're here for a bit. Any thoughts going on in that head of yours?
Well...
Imagine Rose is just kind of staring a hole through the floorboards right now.
Oh, alright, I'm game. So... So I know that there was that whole thing yesterday about you trying to get back to your world using Flix. How did you and Various end up here in the first place?
You know, typical thing. Sacrifices, escape, fighting off a group. Eh, You know, I imagine many people come here like that.
Probably.
Oh, I should probably switch you guys. Whoops. I meant to switch over this. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing too egregious. They tried to kill us. We escaped. We came here through a swirling portal and met you. And traveled for a bit. You know, kind of average, if you ask me.
I mean, it's clear that both of you aren't quite cut from the same cloth, but I mean, you seem to have had a bit more stature in life there. So,
Oh,
what?
yes. Well, I was from the highest of the high families, and he's from, well, the exact opposite of that.
So, considering your position of power, how how did it all end up going south?
I'm not quite sure, but it seems as though being selected as the chosen one from the academy meant that we were to be killed and turned into, well, one of you for some purpose or something rather. Kind of quite unsightly.
Wait, what?
What? Yes, they
You
were going to kill us. They did. I can't tell you why. I mean,
you basically just said that they intended to turn you into a primordial.
it's right. Yes. Is that a problem? I mean, that seems to be what they tried to do, but we escaped it, so they're probably a bit upset about that.
What did they tend to do with primordials in your society?
Oh, hmm. Well, the mages always had them on hand to enhance their spells, but we all thought that it was some kind of chosen thing. But looking back on it, perhaps it wasn't exactly more like akin to servitors. So that is quite horrible.
Rose is already rubbing at their eyes that you mentioned the M word. Of course, fucking mages are involved.
Well, the entire society is based on mages. My family are naturals.
Rose,
So, sorry, what's
as you're
that?
beginning to explain these things to you, something in the back of your mind is having a feeling of familiarity. People creating something to be used for another purpose. It's hauntingly, frustratingly familiar.
Hmm. Did I mean you've mentioned the whole servitor thing several times now. Did you or your family make use of primordials personally?
Oh,
I believe Mother had one. I mean, all the high families have one at the disposal, but only the head of the household has it. I never saw it, so I couldn't tell you.
Uh-huh.
Tiberius, after you mentioned that, you have a brief lapse in your memory as, for a moment, you think back almost uncharacteristically and you see this towering rabbit like figure that is woven of flesh and bone towering over you only for a few split seconds before you kind of snap back to your reality as you push those thoughts away.
Yes, let's speak about something else, Rose. Your house
Great.
is quite lovely. We should think about putting a bit more flair in it, however. It's quite mundane. Yes. Other subjects.
Um, yeah, I just basically put in the bare necessities for now. I wasn't quite expecting a house to just land in my lap like that.
Wait, if you control how it looks, could you install a bar?
I could, doesn't mean I should.
What? You could. I mean,
Yeah,
it's your choice after all. Having a bunch of outsiders in your house that is also your body. That. This has become quite uncomfortable. I suggest we simply not talk for the rest of the way. Would you be okay with that, Rose?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yes.
Um, and as you guys fall silent, the ride continues. So as you guys are on your way to Amadeus' place, we're going to turn the camera back around over to Frius, Varius, and Flix, who are kind of coping with everything Flix has done in the past, I'd say 2 hours. It's only the first 2 hours of the day, and you've already hit the ground running there, Flix.
Damn, Skippy.
But, Various, you don't drink, but you certainly feel the need to in this moment. Same with Frius, but for the most part, you've been keeping yourself occupied taking care of your new little baby.
Yee.
And something funny is that your little baby seems to be fascinated by your fingers. Like, it's, you know, when snakes coil around someone's fingers and stuff like that? It's kind of doing that with yours.
He's just
It's
having
got
the
a-
time of his life.
Mm-hmm. Frius, and what are you doing? As you guys are kind of just enjoying a day at home.
If well, hopefully Various doesn't give her any ideas on how to calm down, she will actually go downstairs and start hitting up those rations to at least get her mind off of not remembering the pet store now from all the
Mhm.
panic.
And
Try to get her mind off of worrying about someone could be following her, etc., etc.
and seeing Flix's comment in the chat there, I just have this. You know that image of you see when someone's like surrounded by craft supplies and making something?
Yes.
That's Flix right now. He's just got this like space
Yeah.
in the house that's just littered with like uh, jewelry and all kinds of stuff that's that you
Yep.
see just around him. And he's just making this new costume.
And the best thing is because I've got the actor skill, whenever I try to convince somebody that I am this person, I get to roll with advantage.
There you go. But he's basically just surrounded by craft supplies as he's working on this new little outfit. And I'd say, unless you guys want to interact, we'll go back to the other two.
I'm good.
I'm good.
So, about that, we'll get to that part. I just remembered Freyas wants to try and look back on the moment she was talking to Various, and something seemed off.
And you kind of do think back to that, and you begin to think about that person. But then you pause. Was it a person? Maybe it was an animal. You're not sure. Something feels off, but you can't pinpoint what. In fact, this bothers you. You usually know so much. You usually keep all your notes together and everything, but then you get an idea. Maybe you look back on your own journal. Maybe you'll find you start looking back on your journal. There's pages missing. And not so much that they were torn out. It's almost as if the page itself stopped existing.
What about the notes left?
Which one do you want to check?
Oh boy, let's say well, let me bring up my notes so I can know exactly which one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, load. The first one, where it basically was saying to go to the lower catacombs of the castle they were in.
As
when
you
they
pull this page up, you notice something very peculiar. The ink that was written in is vanishing slowly from the bottom to the top. It's very slow, but it's almost as if someone's pulling the ink out of the page and the words are beginning to disappear. As if someone's trying to erase them.
Sure, it's fine.
I was wondering when you were going to look back on your notes.
she's going to try to look at the next page, the page where she literally got from. Where the heck did she get it? Oh, it was right before they entered the castle, I believe. Page 2.
In page 2, you notice that not only the words are vanishing, but there's scorch marks on the page itself that seem to be eating the page away. But they're in a peculiar design. It doesn't look natural. It's very jagged edges.
Is Various alone again?
What would Flix be doing?
Flix
They're
is
making
currently
their new
surrounded by craft
outfit.
supplies.
He's making his new costume.
Like he's in like the living room. He's got like the tables
Yeah.
pushed aside. There's
He's,
just
like,
cloth and all kinds of
focusing-
stuff all over the place.
He's focusing so hard right now that he's not even listening to what you guys are saying.
So yeah, Various is up in his room still and just playing with the dragon, trying to get it tired.
Mm-hmm. It's like trying to wear out a kitten.
Yee.
You will notice Freya's gently come in, close the door behind her, holding only these 2 pages. She won't bring any more. And she will sit next to Various, offering the papers to them.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Various, do you take these papers?
He'll blink but slowly take them.
To you, Various, they look like 2 sheets of blank paper. Nothing wrong with them. Blank paper.
Yes, Frius? Nia looks from the paper to her.
You wouldn't happen to be seeing what I'm seeing on these papers, do you?
I see 2 blank sheets of paper.
She specifically pulls out the second one and tries pointing towards the burning design.
You don't see it, Various. You just see a blank piece of paper.
I don't... There's nothing.
No ink, no burning, not even a hint of anything?
No. What are you seeing?
She takes a very deep breath, takes the papers back, and they're still in the process of erasing themselves and
Yep.
the one slowly burning.
Yep.
She's going to fold them in half, place them in her lap. These were the notes left by...
You don't remember their name. You're trying to recall it, but you can't even remember how it started. You can't remember their face. You can't even remember the sound of their voice. And every time you try to remember the way they looked, you just see a figure that seems to be slowly fading into the background.
She just goes quiet for a bit.
Are you alright, Chris?
I think I will be fine. Whoever was leaving these notes for me may not.
Curious. They did seem like they had gone to some strange places, considering where we found at least one of the notes. And there is one thing I know of, and have been warned about many times while learning magic. He's still playing with the little dragon with his fingers.
Mhm.
That messing with time is a very dangerous thing indeed. And the fact that we were apparently missing for 3 weeks in what seemed like only a few hours to us would say that your friend may very well have messed with quite severely if he was going to the same place as we were.
She'll actually raise her head up, give a few nods, and be like, "You're right, I didn't check the others. But stay here, I'll be right back." And she'll run back to the room,
Mhm.
skipping the third note, skipping the fourth note,
Okay.
and going straight. Oh, geez, skipping a lot of notes.
Mhm.
Going straight to page 7.
Okay.
Do you
And-
need any words to know which one that is, or?
I can just look it up myself because I've got them.
Oh, okay.
I'm the DM. I have them.
I'm just making sure I have them in the right order. That's what I'm more
Let me
thinking.
just double check. I think it's called You've Made It This Far. Yes, it is.
I've arrived at the plane of wind.
Mhm.
That's what. Okay.
Everything aside from a single line has been erased. One can only wonder. It's in the center of the page. In fact, as you look at it more, I need you to give me a will save.
Oh, yay! A will?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is a
Oh,
will
sorry,
save?
will. I mean wisdom. Wisdom, sorry. I'm too used to Pathfinder sometimes.
Okay, oh, better put that back on normal. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, thank God. You feel as if something's trying to pull at your mind. There is something grasping, grabbing at it. So much so that the words on the page seem to be vibrating violently. But you quickly pull yourself away from it.
Various sits in their room waiting for Freya's to return, and
Wait, what?
an hour goes by and Freya's does not come back to Various' room.
Basically, Frias ran off saying that they'll be back, Various. And it's been an hour and they haven't been back.
Various is... He's going to summon Belua.
Mm-hmm.
And Belua's gonna keep the little one company.
Aww.
Though he's
And
basically just laying there. And being...
his body is now a jungle gym, and I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
Yep.
The only
he's
way it
just
should
staying...
What was
The only way it should be.
that? So it's like crawling on his antlers, it's going underneath his wings, kind of like, you know how a cat will go underneath a blanket and chase stuff? That's how it's doing it under his wings, like
And so
digging
he's
into his
just...
fur.
He's just being mostly still and letting it happen because he's so big.
Yeah, big.
And so... But Various is going to slowly step out, go towards Frias's room.
Mm-hmm.
Frias?
The door is closed.
He's gonna knock on the door. Frias?
She doesn't respond.
I need to do a personal roll.
Okay.
He knocks again a little bit firmer. Frius.
Something falls. A chair moves. And the door cracks open a little bit.
Frius, are you alright?
Something's wrong.
What do you mean something's wrong?
The notes, they're all disappearing. They're disappearing. One of them I looked at tried it the words started vibrating, and we really need to get to water. I do not know who this person is anymore that I'm following. I'm not even sure if they're a friend or what. I don't even remember what they look like, or even if they are a person anymore. Something.
Okay. And he holds his hands up slightly. Take a deep breath. Let it out.
She does as he says. She opens the door a little wider.
I can leave Belua here with the little one. I've already put my flammable texts and things in the fireproof bag, and you and I can go to water.
She'll look back at the table. She'll look back at various. Is it wise to go alone? Just
Probably
two.
not, but if things are disappearing as you've said, then time is sort of the essence, and you all have been following me on my little quests, so you lead the way.
She begins slowly nodding, looking around her room.
What was that?
Never mind.
Okay.
She just swings her door wide open, goes back to the table, shoves all the paperwork back in her bag, grabs her staff, and begins walking. Well, walks straight to her door and stops in front of Various.
Let me talk with Flix, and then I'll be ready to go.
With that, let's go ahead and take our 15-minute break. So you guys can get up, stretch, get some drinks, get something to snack on. And we'll be back at 6:30.